Jesus kept talking about, I come so that they might have life and have it more abundantly. Abundantly to overflowing is what he meant. Where the cup is overflowing, guzzling it, swilling it. That's the extraordinary promotion of this discipline of celebration. So again, to use another example from the New Testament, we referred to this several sessions ago, how the Pharisees in Jesus' time, they were always chastising him and his disciples because they were always celebrating. They like to have a good time. They like to sit down for a good meal and drink some good wine. Whereas the Pharisees and the disciples of John the Baptist were very much into self-denial, and they were always fasting. They were always saying no instead of saying yes. And this self-denial discipline of theirs was another version of wearing this dark, heavy garment. That garment that says life is a struggle, and I'm just going to have to grit my teeth and go through each day of struggle stoically. That's the same dark, heavy garment that got the wedding guest cast out of the wedding feast by the king, by the source. Because all the other guests were wearing a garment of brightness, a garment of celebration. This one guest wearing that grim, dark, heavy garment of struggle stood out like a sore thumb. Cast him out, the host said, the source, the king. Cast him out into outer darkness where there is weeping and wailing and gnashing of teeth. So those are the choices, and we make a clear choice in this Shaman hour discipline. The garment of brightness, being in the wedding feast, having a good time. And Jesus' reply reinforced the same message when the Pharisees were coming to him and say, why aren't you and your disciples more like the disciples of John the Baptist with all their fasting instead of all of your feasting and celebration? And he said, do wedding guests fast while celebrating with the groom? Someday the groom will be taken away from them, and then they will fast. Again, this wedding metaphor. Well, the groom is with us. Well, our source is with us. Well, we feel that Holy Spirit presence gushing through our heart. And the highest manifestation of that Spirit's presence in the form of amor, that wild, crazy seizure of romantic love, the most precious blessing the source can give us. We're going to guzzle to the fullest because it may be taken away from us someday, just as she has been taken away from me and is on that plane flying west. So my heart is still gushing, but there's a big gaping hole in my heart as well. And I'm celebrating that I guzzled her to the max every moment she was with me, and will be guzzling her presence in however long it takes in this interim until she's back with me again, which is what I told her last night when we said goodbye. And the force of that guzzling, the electromagnetic force field that I'm generating right now, and I will continue to generate every moment with every fiber of my being, that force field, that charge, that cabaret electromagnetic suction power will pull her back here. And I know that with absolute certainty, because I know that our love and our amor union is her destiny and my destiny, just as Jesus and Elijah and Moses and all the great prophets, all the great shamans were imbued with that same sense of destiny, and that was why they took outrageous risks and manifested these off-the-chart experiences and miraculous performances to nourish their community and to glorify and entertain the source. Same thing I'm doing right now.